While the lovely weather is a treat for Saskatchewan, most farmers across the region would appreciate a few more heavy snowfall. Our Thomas Wildman has more.
Today I'm joined by Mackenzie Ledoux, a crop extension specialist for the government of Saskatchewan, and she is here today to talk about the low moisture that we have been seeing throughout this winter and how it is going to be affecting crop producers as well as livestock producers in Saskatchewan. And so thank you so much for being with me today, Mackenzie.
Thank you so much for having me, Thomas.
And so, Mackenzie, how important is snow and upcoming moisture throughout the winter and spring for the upcoming growing season this summer for crop producers and livestock producers as well?
Well, first things first, it's hard to predict what's going to happen in the next couple of months. So there's always fingers crossed that we're going to get some more snow or some rain coming up in the spring. So there's always the hope that we could have some early storms coming through this growing season. But as you said, moisture is incredibly important to both grain producers and also ranchers and cattlemen. What that moisture does is essentially for our grain producers, it makes sure that those seeds in the ground have enough moisture so that they can germinate and establish a good rooting system so that they can tap further into further moisture. The same goes for our pasture, and that's really important to our cattlemen as well. Is those pastures, they need that moisture to really start that green up process and really rejuvenate the plants that have been kind of gone dormant over the winter. The other thing that's really important about the lack of snow right now is there's lack of insulation for our fall seeded cereals. So our fall rye and winter wheat need that snow and insulation to make sure that they're also set up for success for the coming summer. But as I said, it's only January or February right now, and it's really hard to tell what's going to happen in the next couple of months.
And so you mentioned winter wheat and other crops that need the cold weather and snow to help them germinate and replenish. Are there any other major factors that are affected with this warm weather that we're experiencing right now?
Absolutely. So our fall seeded cereals do require a nice snow layer to keep them dormant and keep them vernalizing throughout the winter. So that really helps them in their phenological processes and establishing them on the right path for this coming season. So they do need a little bit of snow to keep them isolated. Again, the different crops and the different amounts of snow that they need does vary, but you do need some snow to keep those crops ready up and set for the summer.
And finally, Mackenzie, is there any other major benefits for a good snow and a lot of moisture for the upcoming growing season?
Absolutely. Well, grasshoppers are always a really important point right now, considering the last growing season. And something about grasshoppers is that a lot of moisture in the spring can help produce mold in those eggs in the ground. So it can really decrease grasshopper numbers if we get more moisture. The other thing is that really cold temperatures have also been shown to knock back grasshopper numbers. So given that we just came out of a little bit of a cold snap, there is that added benefit. However, it all depends on where the grasshopper eggs are and if it's whether or not a significant enough period of time for that cold snap to really affect grasshopper numbers.
Thank you so much for all the information, Mackenzie, and we will definitely look forward to talking to you once again this summer for the upcoming growing season.
Thank you so much, Thomas. Happy to be here.